Did I ever tell you about the time I got banned off the internet for a whole month? Yes, that's right. A whole month with no internet at all. No Xbox, no computer. I was basically burning down to my three basic elements as a man. TV, 42 hours of Top Gear, and my 3DS. Now me and my fear of socialising anywhere other than in front of a computer screen naturally made this task quite a daunting one. But luckily my 3DS had an internet feature, so I could, though not very well, check what was going on in my Facebook and check some of my YouTube comments, though not all of them, because Google Plus Update does not support the 3DS. Anyhow, the 3DS had a feature where you could send your friends little letters. You would draw a letter and send it to your friend, and about half an hour later, it sends the bloody thing. Because it was my only form of communication, I was pretty happy with it. So being stuck for a month on my DS, playing one game I have and looking on the internet at the Urban Dictionary for entertainment, when my ban was over, it was all fine and dandy. So I put my DS down in a safe place and never touched it again until I would need it. So fast forward to like a year, and I'm banned off the internet for a week for forgetting my PE kit at school. Which in all fairness I blame on the PE teacher, because if he wasn't putting on so much pressure on me, I think I would remember my PE kit, and I would remember it. No wait, no I wouldn't. Anyhow, I'm banned. So as I'm going through the cupboards of my house looking for some entertainment, I remember, wait, I have a 3DS. So I kick open the door to my room and walk on in. I'm all like, where the hell did I put this thing? I opened a few cupboards, which now that I think about it occupied quite a bit of my time during this ban. But I opened the cupboards in search of my DS, and after spending like 40 minutes looking for it, I see a glimmer of dusty red somewhere in the back of my cupboard, under some DVDs and crisp packets. It was my DS, and there was much rejoicing. So I had found it. I opened up my DS and connected to the internet, and looked through my friends list. I had a few friends on the old thing. Most of them found more use for the DS than just a last resort to play if shit really hit the fan. During me looking through my friends list, I see my girlfriend's name on the friends list, and I remember I added her on this thing not too long ago, but since I had added her, she hadn't used it at all. So I thought a cool thing to do would be contact her and send her a little letter on a letterbox. Now what was cool about the letterbox app is that you could really personalize your letter, so I would add some like really stupid shizwiz to my letters, like a photo of my dog and a recording of sound that went moo moo pew pew. Bit of writing that said something along the lines of watching you. I don't know, it was fun at the time, so I figured, hey, I'll send her a letter with a picture of me, a little note saying I love you, so one day she can open it by DS and be all like, ah. So I made this letter, and I'm quite happy with it. I finish it off and press the send button. Happy that killed some time. I lay back, closed my eyes for a second, and only to open them 2 seconds later, after I heard a loud beep coming out my DS. Pick up the thing, and I was greeted with a nice little message saying, error, the 3DS no longer supports the Spot Pass feature, after it has been reported some users have been misusing the app, sending each other inappropriate messages. Thanks for your support, XX, lots of love, Nintendo. And I go, fine Nintendo, you win this round, I shouted it. But really, I had no intention of winning any other rounds, because I had no idea how I was going to keep contact with my friends from the USA. That was until I see like the little button hiding in the away in the corner like a scared animal entitled Miiverse. I have no idea what the hell it was, but after further inspection it turns out it's basically Twitter for my 3DS. I was cool with this. I made an account and called myself something stupid like Spoonsucker1939 and set off my grand adventure into the Miiverse. My sense of new adventure was quickly killed off, as quickly as my erection dies off when some of my slightly more perverted friends send me a link to Tentacleborn, when I realise I only have one friend on the Miiverse, and that's my good old pal Arfie. Well, it's better than no one, I sighed to myself. So I followed Arfie's account to look for a private message feature, so I could send Arfie a message, just asking him for something. And I find, to my despair, no such feature exists. Well, I never. Nintendo lacking behind in basic social technology. That seems rather unlike them, James said with a slight hint of sarcasm in his voice. So I realised, I'll just have to write a little post and hope he sees it. I wrote him to tell someone this one thing that I can't remember, which probably involved space monkeys, and I posted it on my wall and waited. I waited a while before realising it was so late, so I went to sleep. Woke up the next morning wondering if he had seen my post. When my DS had finished its little song and dance it made of turning on, I had noticed a notification on Miiverse. "Oh boy," I exclaimed and pressed the Miiverse app with much haste. I looked at my notifications and it says, Your post has violated the terms and agreement, so it's been deleted by a moderator. Screw you, James. Lots of love. Nintendo." Wondering what the hell I had posted that was so bad, I spent the next 10 to 15 minutes reading the terms of agreement. I was thinking what was the possibility of me posting something about how annoying Frenchman was when I saw it. Remember, knowing someone in Miiverse is different to knowing them in real life. Never post a message directed to a player or someone you know in real life. So, well, excuse me, Nintendo, but if you don't want me to if you don't want me to publicly post to my mates, why the hell did you get rid of the letterbox feature? And I know you guys want to protect little innocent children's eyes, but it's not your job to do that. It's their parents' job to stop their children from adding random weirdos who send inappropriate pictures to people on their friends list. And honestly, is it so hard for these kids to delete these random weirdos? I mean, we do have a big button for that job. It's not hard. It's just more proof of how outdated Nintendo is when it comes to modern social entertainment. I mean, I understand that in no way was the letterbox app gold. It was just a good thing to use for a last resort, talking to each other when you had nothing else to do. Sort of fail-safe to back me up. And now, Nintendo, don't you tell me you didn't know people were going to abuse this system. People abuse everything. It's human nature to look for loopholes, but shutting down the whole app is not the way you're going to fix anything. Anyhow, that's me done for the day. Like and subscribe, be best friend, and good night.